Hello and welcome back to Hickory's Library Rankings. This time we are talking about the books I read in February 2026. 10 of them. I have them again separated into books I hadn't started yet at the end of the month, books that were incomplete when I made the original list, and my completed books that I had finished by the end of February 2026. And once again, we're going to lead in with the books I hadn't yet started, move to the incomplete ones, and then finish with the completed ones. Once again, this list was originally posted on Tumblr near the beginning of March, and yeah, so the list hasn't been updated since then, but I have read more things. So let's get into it. We have My Hero Academia Volume 7 by Kohei Horikoshi. It's My Hero Academia. It's the next part of My Hero Academia. I don't remember which part of My Hero Academia it is, but it's My Hero Academia. You know, I like My Hero Academia, but I'm not really fond of My Hero Academia at the same time. It's part of being a My Hero Academia fan. It is what it is, you know? If you know, you know. Also, relatedly, My Hero Academia, we never looped back to Small Tsubasa. He deserved better. And I will talk about that later sometime. Alright, next we have The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens, which I have read some since then, but I didn't finish it. Honestly, I thought it's not Mr. Dickens' most engaging work, to be perfectly honest with you. My only entry at the end of February was that this is a book I'm going to read in the future. It's classic literature, and it's important to read that. Don't actually know anything about this one in particular, though. Maybe that's for a reason. It's called This One's Boring. This one is boring. Like, I've read other Dickens, and they're better than this. Like, this is bad, actually. Like, for Charles Dickens, it's not terrible. But, like, compared to other Dickens novels, it's not the best one. Alright, next we have The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer, which is a very, very old story. I was very excited to start reading it because I've played Road to Canterbury on Choice of Games many, many times, and reading the work it was based on sounded really fun to me. Didn't end up getting that far because, it is. It's certainly something. It's very old, and, you have to stop and do things like search up what a reeve is, which is going to come up again later. Promise you that by April's list for sure. So remember, a reeve is a little bit like a mayor or an overseer. So like you had a serfdom sort of feudal economy. The peasants work the land of the lord, but the reeve is sort of the leader of the peasants. They're like the in-between between the lord and the peasantry. So they're sort of like an overseer, but they're also sort of like the mayor of the peasants. So it's a very interesting sort of position, and you should remember that for later. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Are you keeping it in mind? Keep it in mind. Okay, cool. Moving on to... Oh my god, I saw the title of this one and I'm already pissed. Okay. The only incomplete book on this list, The Let Them Theory by Mel and Sawyer Robbins. This fucking book. Okay. This book sucks ass. Like, okay. It's like super, super neurotypical, top-down, white, U.S. American, privileged. It's bullshit, basically, for most people. Like, if you aren't almost exactly like the author, it's not gonna work for you. She's like, completely blind to her biases. It feels gross. Like, there's some decent basic principles in this book, but they are marred by the fact that you have to pick them out from among the dead trees of just some really neurotypical privileged bullshit. It's yeah, I was 58% when I made this list. I read the whole thing now. It doesn't get better. It gets worse. Like, consistently gets worse. It's like, it's this very, and additionally, it completely disregards the internet as a vector for socialization at all. I don't know about y'all listening to me, but I do a lot of my socialization on the internet. Like, I do a lot of it on the internet. Those people are still my friends. They are not less my friends because I have never seen their actual faces. They are still my friends. Like, And a super top-down creators and consumers view of the internet, gross. And like, it's gross. It's a gross book. Oh, and I later found out that it's also plagiarism, that Mel Robbins literally stole the entire idea from somebody else, which is like, that checks out, like, because it's like, it's not a terrible, like, because like the base premise is like, you can't control other people, let them do what they're going to do, because if you try to control them, you're just going to make both of you unhappy. And like, that's a pretty decent base premise, but like everything that Mel Robbins does, like, to explain her, like, the premise, makes it feel like super duper gross. Like, super duper gross. Like, really, 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 really gross. Gross. It's bad. Just don't read it. You'll be better off if you don't read it. Don't read it. Alright, yay. Completed books. Okay. So first up we have a translation of Beowulf by Francis G. B. Gumier. It's a very difficult read. Even going into it, already knowing a lot of the major plot beats, I got very lost very fast. Even if you're just trying to read like a lot of things that people reference, I would say maybe give this one a pass and just read a summary instead. It's not easy at all. Next we have The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. I don't like this one. Like, I don't like this one. So, first off, I cannot tell if the Golem plotline is anti-Semitic or not. I read the entire fucking book and I still cannot tell. Like, it's weird and it's strange. I don't. And even if it isn't anti-Semitic, there's a final twist to it that would still make it problematic in a different way. Not really qualified to rule on it in either direction, but the fact I was questioning it is probably a bad sign. Someone who is more qualified, please tell me what you think, because it made me feel a little weird. For another thing, the book is too fucking long. So using the settings I had on Libby, the book was around 953 pages. I wanted it to be over by page 700, but it just kept fucking going. It drags so bad. The pacing is terrible. It's not a good book. And then thirdly, the book feels like weirdly dated. Like, tonally, it feels like a story from like the 80s. But it came out in September of 2025. Like, oh my god, it is so fucking dated. Like, it's bizarre. It's really weird. I don't know how he did that. Also, some of the characters feel really, really weird. Like, okay, so the female lead, Catherine Solomon, like, some of the things she says, like, she talks about, like, anti-porn talking points that I've only ever heard from my grandma. It's bizarre. Like, and then sometimes she acts like she's, like, a little kid, basically. Like, I do not believe that this is a young woman in her 30s at the latest. She alternates between feeling like a teenager, like she's 19, and feeling like she's a grandma. Neither of which she's supposed to be. She's not supposed to be 19 or a grandma. So that's really weird. I don't know. It's really strange. And also, I don't really buy that Robert and Catherine are in love at all. Like, they're a male lead and a female lead, and they're in the same room. They could be friends or siblings, and the only thing that you would have to change or remove is the implied sex scene near the end. Or you could be freaky, but, like, I don't think it would sell as well if you had them be siblings and then kept the sex scene at the end. I'm just saying, that'd be, you know, I mean, you could do that, but it probably would bring your sales down a lot. No, long story short, don't like this book, don't recommend it. It was a lot of pages. I don't want to read it again. No, thank you. Bye. All right, next we have Say You'll Remember Me, which, yeah, I put it where it is because it made me very uncomfortable to read it due to its extremely realistic depiction of dementia. The romance is super cute. I super believe the leads are into each other. I do really like it as a romance novel, but the dementia is a major portion of Samantha's storyline, and it made me feel really uncomfortable because it was way too real. My granddad had dementia and he passed away, and yeah, it was not fun to read. Like, it was really yeah, okay. Moving on, My Hero Academia, Volume 6 by Kohei Horikoshi. Oh my god, okay. My list asks what happened in this volume again, because I apparently forgot by the end of February. I don't remember what happens in this volume either. Apparently it had Stain on the cover. Stain's arc is pretty good. I actually really like it thematically. Like, this idea that we have, that you know, Hero Society is a dystopia, and we have this extra legal vigilante who's going around and trying to get rid of corrupt heroes. It's a very cool concept, and it really ties into a part of what I really like about My Hero Academia, which is these thematic elements that the story introduces a lot. And that doesn't mean the story follows through with them. In fact, it follows through with none of them ever. Woo. That's not woo. That's very bad, actually. Blah. Whew. But, you know, Stain as a concept, very, very cool. Not sure why he attacked Tensei. I don't think Tensei's ever done anything wrong. Tensei's kind of a cool dude. But, you know, I like Stain as a concept. I like the idea that of there being corrupt heroes and taking them down. I don't think Stain's super well executed, but I love him as a concept, so praise. Also, you will notice that this is the first time that My Hero Academia was not at the bottom of my completed books list. Well, that maybe says something about the quality of the other books on my list. Ooh, punching down. Ooh. Okay, moving on. Next, we have Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. It's charming and nonsensical. I remember it from when I was a little girl. It gets referenced a lot. I wanted to refresh it in my brain. It's Alice in Wonderland. If you've never read it, maybe you should. But, yeah. And then, finally, at the top, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Be excited. Okay, no, actually, I really love this book so much. It's really, really good. I'm so happy it got a movie adaptation, although when I made this list, it hadn't released yet. It's a really good book. I so recommend that you read it. I loved it so much that I actually went to the bookstore and bought a physical copy so that I could read it again and again. I have it in my hands. You can hear... Yeah, that's the sound of the Project Hail Mary wobbling in my hands. Yeah, so, you should read it. You should read it. Oh my god. One thing I will say about it is when the story was beginning to wrap up, I was kind of disappointed. I just wanted it to keep going. It's really good, and if you haven't already read it, either go buy it or check it out from the library. Do something. Read it. You should read it. Oh my god. I actually have an idea for another series. I don't know if it would do well. I guess you, my 3 people who watch my fucking videos, will have to tell me if you would be interested in a read-along, a commentating read-along where I would read Project Hail Mary aloud, and it would still have Sims footage in the background, and I would also interrupt to be ridiculous. I am ridiculous. It's just a fact. It comes with, the star quality. I'm being silly, of course. Yeah. No, there's a lot of luck in being famous. You gotta be lucky to get people to pay attention to you. And I think I have the kind of personality that if people paid attention to me, they would think I was fabulous. But, I'm not a lucky person. So, it is what it is. You know how it be. So, that's the end of my February list. And my conclusion from February on my document literally is just more ranting about how bad the Let Them theory is. So I'm not gonna repeat that because I already told you that it's a piece of shit book. You don't need to tell him. You don't need me to tell you that, cause I already did. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye.